when this is all over, this man should be given the freedom of Donegal. To Paddy's wife and his family, we say thank you. Folks, put your hands together and give a mighty cheer for Paddy Diver.
Hi, listen, hey. Thanks a million for the brilliant turnout. We've come a long way, so we have, from living in fear, silence and worry. And we stand here together, united. So you should all be proud of yourselves, so you should. Standing here united, that's what it is. We have the power in numbers, and see the media teams up here, we don't realise the power in the media. So being honest, us live streaming and Instagram and all the rest, it's far more powerful than we think. And it's not just Facebook, as Kathleen was saying, it's Twitter and a lot more than that. So anybody that's got your phones, get them out and live stream everything that's going on around you, because the rest of the country and over the world needs to know what's happening out over here. So pull out your phones anywhere you can. Hi, we could start here with a big blame game and start pointing fingers, but that's not what we're here for today, so it's not. Today's about the people. We're not numbers, we're people. That's what it's about. Real people, real lives, real mummies, grannies, children, fathers, just like me. The salt of the earth Irish people, we have done nothing wrong here. And this is about every single one of us here today. We have the right to feel safe in our homes with no stress and to get 100% and no less. I hope this is the last time that we have to go on stage. I hope there is no Dublin protest after this. I hope we're getting this 100%. As they say, they're giving us an answer at the end of September. But if it is the case, there's just ones that have to be thanked. And thanking you people are number one. But other than that, I've got my wife and the team behind me as well. And that's Lisa Healy, for one, has been completely instrumental in this year. It's just unbelievable what she's done and the power she's done behind it. My family as well have been brilliant, but especially I have to give one. My sister Caroline has been unbelievable. And listen, I'm going to forget a heap of people like Barry Kearney, etc., etc. But you know who you are, so if I forget somebody, don't feel insulted or nothing like that. And just another thing, these stories, this media team's going around and doing all these interviews and all. In the Strand Hotel next Saturday, all day, anybody that wants to come, you can come. It's an open house. It's free tea and sandwiches and everything, cakes and all. Everybody just come individually and get your stories out there. It'll be out there through media. There's bigger media out there now than RT won't print nothing. So there's DigiWebs out there and there's the YouTubes. There's a lot of stuff that people in Dublin know that we don't even know about getting stuff out there. So in the Strand Hotel, from next Saturday morning right through to Saturday evening, anybody that wants to come and get your story and have it out on social media, they'll be there. And there's another thing I want to say as well. Like, it's Paddy Diver seems to get a whole big blow up here, fair enough, for the last lot of months. But at the same time, it's like Ireland big football team. You get the big names and all the rest, and there's some people like maybe that don't get as much recognition. Now, people, I am telling you, see this Michael Doherty man. I respect that man. I have that man since I've got involved in this here as off the charts, honestly. You can't forget. It's not that I wasn't there in the background. I was there in the first protest when Dermot English landed up in the council offices in Cairn. I was there, but it's only really the last since. Well, you all know what Concanore went past outside my gate, that kind of really drove it home that we had to stop that. But this man's been going for 9 years, people. And see, anybody, being honest, there should be nothing negative said about this man. It's pure positive, and I'm going to hand it over to him. He is the legend here as far as I'm concerned.
This Emalia Clay. I'd like to welcome you all here, folks, today to Lifford Town. We're all gathered here for one reason, and it's the reason for applying pressure in these last couple of weeks to the government, the establishment in Dublin. My name is Fergal McLaughlin. I'm one of the organisers here today, and before I start, I'd like to say just a few things that need said. We in the Lifford Mega Group are a very small group of people who have done great work in such a small space of time. I'd like to thank our band of warriors, which is not very many, but listen, we did the job. I'd like to thank Ali Gallagher, Tommy Quinn, Breach and James Brennan, and my wife Mary.
We've qualified for the World Cup. Go and compete.
about Atlantis, how it's lost beneath the sea. And the grave of the unknown soldier, or a cry of the owl banshee. Who was the man in the iron mask? Was Jack the Ripper set free? But ask them all, where's Donegal? It's still a mystery. 'Cause if I could, I'd build a wall around old Donegal. The north, the south, I'd keep them out. By God, I'd build it tall. You see those chicken ranches, I'd legalize them all. We'd have our own Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Yeah, Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Play-by clubs, all-night clubs, blackjack and roulette. Neil Blaney, Bridget Nielsen, Mike Tyson having a bet. And it is shown it could be known for its multi-millionaires. And Donald Trump would like a chunk to live in solitaire. 'Cause if I could, I'd build a wall around old Donegal. The north and south, I'd keep them out. By God, I'd build it tall. You see those chicken ranches, I'd legalize them all. We'd have our own Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Yeah, Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Standing top of Errigal would give me such a thrill. And hear them say in Dublin, there's gold in them there hills. And don't despair, 'cause if you dare, the answer lies with me. There's a wall that's deep and it's going cheap somewhere in Germany. 'Cause if I could, I'd build a wall around old Donegal. The north, the south, I'd keep them out. By God, I'd build it tall. You see those chicken ranches, I'd legalize them all. We'd have our own Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Yeah, Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal.
In our wee Donegal, there's tragedy going on. It may just seem to be bricks, mortar and stone. In a house that we built with love in every wall. We never dreamt of what would happen, or a nightmare, so it's now called. So I ask you to stand up and call. 'Cause when we all stand together, they'll have to listen to us all. We're gonna sing it out loud in the hills of Donegal. You'll hear us from Mizzen to the tower up tall. No matter how hard you fight us, together we'll lift our head. And you can think of every word here when you're lying in your bed. Little eyes, they ask us, Mama, why do we have to go? To leave our favorite treehouse and the rooms with all our toys, passing under the tables of those big suited boys. So I ask you to stand up and call, 'cause when we all stand together, they'll have to listen to us all. We're gonna sing it out loud on the hills of Donegal. You'll hear us from a mizzen to the tower up tall. No matter how hard you fight us, together we'll lift our head. And you can think of every word here when you're lying in your bed. And you can think of every word here when you're lying in your bed.